Yo, what's going on, world? Man, broadcasting live from my sanctuary of an apartment. I'm just kidding. Um, but yeah, man, I don't work in studios. I work from the apartment. That's what I do. I stack this dough in my apartment. I'm just kidding. The only dough I'm stacking is cookie dough because I'm probably gonna eat cookies tonight. Because I just went grocery shopping earlier today. That's right, and I'm excited about it. I went grocery shopping, man. Stacked up on some groceries. Stacked up. Went to Crest and spent about $66 in groceries, man. I got my life in there, man. I love going to Crest. It's like you can get the best bang for your buck in Crest. It's pretty cool, man. Although I do dislike grocery shopping, I really do. I can't stand grocery shopping. But the aftermath of it, of just having so much food and anything that you want to drink in your house, that feeling is just phenomenal. Like after you've put up all the groceries and everything, it's all downhill, and it takes me out of the rhythm of wanting to do anything for the rest of the day. So, yeah. But yeah, man, I got me some goodies, man. It was packed in the grocery store today. It was extremely packed in Crest today. Like today, right now, while I'm recording this, it's Wednesday. By the time you hear this, it might be a different day. It might be tomorrow or Friday or I don't know, maybe next week or another month from now. I don't know when you're going to hear this segment, or you might hear it exactly when I post it. And if you are listening, then you're currently listening to it right now. So who cares as long as you hear it, right? There you go, bingo, bam. But yeah, man, it was packed at the grocery store, and I was shocked, man. Like I was stoked. I was like, gosh, Lee, like it felt like like I was in the grocery store at around 11:30 because I worked out earlier this morning, and I got cleaned up and everything. Went to the grocery store, needed to pick up some things for the crib, especially since I'm off today. So I normally like to keep my fridge stocked up, if you know what I mean, because this brother loves to eat. So yeah, man, I picked up like $66 worth of groceries, and like the lines there were crazy. Like all the lanes were packed up with people, but they let me use the customer service area, which was pretty cool, man. So I got to actually, you know, get out of there pretty quickly. So that was nice. I've actually been doing a lot of running around today, man. And for some reason, every time I go to the grocery store, I can't find exactly everything I'm looking for when I go. And I keep telling myself, too, I need to start making like a grocery list of everything I need. Because for some reason, when I go, I normally forget something. Which, although this time I didn't forget anything that I meant to get, which is awesome. I guess that means my memory is getting better. I have been eating salmon lately. Been getting those omega-3s, that good old brain food, man. You got to get it. You got to love it. Um, but yeah, so I normally find almost everything I want in Crest. Only thing that kind of disappoints me is that I've started to buy turkey sausage. Instead of eating like pork bacon, I've actually switched up my eating routine just a little bit, and instead of eating pork bacon, I've been eating turkey sausage, just because it's better for you. Get your minds out the gutter. I said turkey sausage. It's not a sausage fest. By the way, I think that movie's coming out here in August. I've seen the commercials for it. I just be all over the place, man. My mind travels a million miles per hour. So, like, I can go from one topic and stray off of that and go back to what I was talking about. Anyways, and by the way, that looking at the previews for that movie, I don't think it's for kids. But man, went to the grocery store and it was like packed in there. Like I mean, I could have like today really felt like a Saturday. Like there was a lot of traffic today on the south side. Like everybody was out, and maybe it's because it was kind of around lunchtime too. So maybe that's why everybody was kind of just out and about. But it's crazy, man. But anyways, back to what I was talking about the turkey sausage. I have to get turkey sausage from Walmart Supercenter. I can't even find it in Walmart neighborhood. So I had to go there for the turkey sausage. And then I had to go to, I went to Walmart neighborhood and picked up some weight gain and some popcorn. Because I almost grabbed everything, but then I forgot popcorn. So yeah, I almost did. I almost remembered everything. But then I was like, oh man, I forgot popcorn. So I had to get that. Because I got to have it for my movies, man. Movie madness. I'm starting to get to that point in my life to where like I can tell that I can tell I'm getting like an old man's mindset. Like, I mean, I'm not there yet. Like, I'm only 28. I'm not old, but I'm starting to like get that old man's mindset to where I think where like you start just becoming content with just the simple things anymore. like, like I don't even really care to go to the movies anymore. Like, I'd rather just rent a movie or find me a movie like on Netflix. Preferably, just find a movie on Netflix to watch, because that way, you don't even have Netflix is like my best friend because you can watch as much stuff as you want, and you don't have to worry about taking anything back, and you can watch it whenever you want to. So you can just, which I don't binge watch. I don't do a whole lot of binge watching. Matter of fact, throughout the day, I don't really watch a whole lot of TV. Honestly, I'm normally busy like cleaning up around the crib. I'm, working out, or I try to do something productive. A lot of times because I can't find anything good to watch on TV during the day, because there's all these court shows, and I've talked about that in my last segments about daytime TV and how I'm not too big on it. But they did have it on The View earlier this morning when I was working out, and because I was in there around 10 o'clock, and I found out, of course, Hillary Clinton won the presidential nominee for the Democrats. Yay! Honestly, I was voting for Bernie. Yeah. I guess the fact that she got the Democratic nomination was a big deal on The View because, of course, she is the first woman to represent a presidential party to win that nomination. So, pretty big deal, man. Good for her, I guess. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I kind of feel like that zookeeper who was in there with the gorilla, there's like really no good decision to make as far as this presidential election. Like, neither decision is good. Like, I'm honestly, I can't stand Trump, but I'm not really big on Hillary neither. So I don't trust Hillary, and Trump has a huge mouth. So as far as who I'm voting for, I always said if Bernie had won the Democratic Party, that's who I was going to vote for, was Bernie Sanders. Even though I don't know as old as he is, I don't know if his heart could really handle being in office for 4 years. I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to be a douchebag or nothing to disrespect the man, but being his age, I think me and my brother even talked about it. Like, why would you even want to run for president? To me, if you're I don't even know how old Bernie is. I'm pretty sure he's like in his 70s at least. But like, if you're that old, it's like, okay, enjoy your money, enjoy your time with your family. I would not want to deal with as much stress of running for president. Like, I think really if I ran for president, I would probably be the laziest president of all time. Like, nothing would get done. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't do anything. I'll probably just watch Netflix and have my maid clean up around the house. I'll probably just learn how to play golf because I've never learned how to really play golf except for putt around. I like to putt, but I've never been on a driving range. So, rich man's game there. Rich man's game. Yeah. Matter of fact, speaking of rich people, man, rich people problems. You know that you have rich people problems whenever you're wanting to pick up the paycheck. Like, I wish I had that problem where I went out to eat and they were like, and I was like, give me the ticket. Like, I applaud those people who just pick up tickets, you know what I'm saying, when they go out to eat, when they go to the restaurant and they want to pay the tab. Like, we have to mark the tickets at my job, when people sit down and eat. And and it's funny because every once in a while we'll get some people that come in there and they're like, hey, after you mark that ticket, make sure he doesn't get it. Make sure you give it to me. So I'm like, oh, okay. So, like, everybody's fighting over the ticket. Like, who's going to pay? Like, I wish I had that problem. Like, if somebody took me out to eat and, I would hope that somebody else is paying for my food. I've never had that issue to where I was like, man, hey, I'm going to pick up this tab for you. Like, no. Like, no. No, you pay for your meal, I pay for mine. Or you need to pick up, or you can pay for my meal, but I'm not going to stop you from paying for my meal. Call me selfish. Call me whatever you want to. I don't care. That's just how it is. No, I'm just kidding. I've paid, I've paid a tab before, man. I'm not going to lie, I've taken women out to eat before and paid for the meal. And me and my bro, we've even went out, we used to go out for lunch all the time. And every once in a while, I'll treat him, very rarely, but I do. And every once in a while, he'll treat me. But most of the time, we normally pay for our own meals anyway. So I kind of miss those days, man. They didn't cut back on my bro's lunchtime and everything on his lunch break, so he only gets 30 minutes opposed to what he was taking. He was kind of spoiled for a minute there, man, and he kind of misses his old lunch breaks. Man, I do too, actually, man, because a day like today, we probably would have been eating fat like at Cadoba's or something, maybe some Arby's, I don't know. I got impatient today, and I told myself after I came from the grocery store that I was going to come home and I was going to cook. And I didn't do that. I ended up, I got lazy, man. Like, after I put the groceries up, I looked in my sink and noticed that a lot of the dishes are dirty because I've been doing a lot of cooking for the past few days. And I said, you know what? This is why I eat fast food. Now I know why. Because it's so convenient. Now I see why people do it, man. It's so easy to just go through a drive-thru. You don't even have to get out the car. Order your food. You get your food. You come home. You don't have to prepare anything. It's already prepared. So you just sit down and you relax and you eat your food. And you pay for that nice convenience. And like when you go to the grocery store, it's like so much work because you got to go to the grocery store. Then Lord forbid you don't have the dishes clean. So then you have to clean the dishes. And then after you clean the dishes, now you have to cook the food. Like this process could, for me, honestly, could possibly take about a good hour before I get to eat. And plus I have to be on my feet all day in the kitchen. And it's like, no, I just got done walking probably like 2 miles in Crest because Crest is a huge grocery store, back and forth getting different types of groceries because like my mind slips a lot, man. Like I'm very forgetful. Like I'll be in one part of the grocery store and I'll walk past something that I need and then I have to go back to that other part. Like I go back and forth and I think a lot of people think I'm crazy when I do that. I don't know if I'm the only person who does that or if everybody does that. Because I never make a list out, when I go get groceries because I'm too lazy to make the list. I just try to depend on my brain to get me what I need to get. And yeah, there you go. I just been ranting about nothing. That's what this podcast is, man. It's a podcast about nothing. Just my boring life. But like I said, man, I did work out today. I noticed that we did get some new fitness equipment in the fitness room, which is awesome. I say it's awesome, but really the new equipment that they have is stuff that I don't even use. Like I think we have like a new leg lift machine, which I do legs every once in a while, but I need to start working my legs. My calves are already pretty big though, so I don't really work my legs quite as much because mainly that's what I feel like I do when I'm doing cardio. So, because anytime I go in there, I run 2 miles anyways on the treadmill. So there's my leg exercise. But yeah, I should probably start working my legs more. I don't know. But they put that in there and they added like 2 new bikes as well in the fitness center, which I looked at that and I was like, "Oh, it's nice, but I won't use it." But it's cool to know that I guess they invested money into it anyways. It's cool. Matter of fact, I was in there the day they put those in there. Matter of fact, I want to say it was last Thursday. I remember on Thursday last week, that's when they were putting in the bikes and the leg lift machine, which we already had a leg lift machine in there, but for some reason they felt like we should have 2. I'm like, who's using this stuff? Why are we putting duplicates? Like, I always felt like they should put some free weights in there because, like, it's kind of sad. Like, it's a fitness center, but it's one of the only fitness centers that I've ever seen, like, as far as apartment complexes. And you know, at a gym, of course, you're going to see free weights because it's a gym. But, like, as far as apartment complexes, like, normally everybody has, like, dumbbells, free weights and stuff like that. And we don't have that in there for some reason. I don't know why they don't. They have the space for it because it's a nice size room. And they have the room where they could easily, put a nice little, make a nice little area for free weights and stuff like that and dumbbells. But they don't do it. I don't know why, but they don't do it. But yeah, man. So I'm normally in there for like an hour and a half. I was in there an hour and a half today getting it in. Matter of fact, I'm normally like one of the only people in there, of course. So like I took a selfie. I took a couple of pics and posted them on Facebook earlier today just because I was bored. It's my day off. So I said, why not? So I did that. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, which I don't really take a whole lot of pictures of myself because that's why I have a mirror. If I want to see myself, I just look in the mirror. I'm not real big on looking at photos of myself because I see myself all day, every day in the mirror. So it's like I've never understood why people take so many pictures. Like I have friends, and you might even be one of them, who takes like photos of, you know who you are, by the way, just takes like 50 to 60 photos a day and just post them on Facebook constantly. And it's like, man, all right, we get it. You don't have to take a picture everywhere you go. I mean, that's just me, man. Like, it just, Like sometimes I'll be on Facebook and it's kind of overwhelming with how many selfies I see of the